Hey guys, it's Bree, and I love Disney. Shocker, I know. So today I thought I'd just talk about my upcoming vacation to Disney World by myself and how I planned it, and in case you want to go by yourself to Disney World, I can say it's not quite as hard as it might seem. Luckily, I've been to Disney World 5 times with my family before, so for me it's not really a worry of knowing where to go and how to get there and how to use fast passes and all that. It's really just I get stressed out planning things. So planning a vacation by myself is not necessarily the best thing for me, but luckily my love for Disney, kind of just makes it all worth it. So I'm also really lucky because my dad is kind of Disney obsessed. I wonder where I get it from. So he's been helping me plan this whole thing, and every time I have a question, he has an answer, and if he doesn't answer, he'll call Disney and ask them for me because I don't want to have to call people. Right now, I just turned 19 a few days ago, actually, and so I wasn't even entirely sure if I could go to Disney World by myself. I know that a lot of hotels, you have to be 21 in order to rent a room by yourself. So that was my first question, was whether I'd even be allowed to go by myself and have my own hotel room. Luckily, my dad called Disney for me, and yeah, you have to be 18 to get your own hotel room in Disney World. So luckily, I am 18, so I'm able to go. So choosing a hotel wasn't hard for me. I've stayed at Pop Century every single time I've gone before, so it kind of just made sense for me to stay there again, especially since I'd be by myself, and if I didn't know where something was, I'm kind of screwed. So I decided to stay in Pop Century, one, because it's cheap and I'm a college student and I don't have a lot of money. So it's one of the cheaper hotels, so I decided to stay there versus, say, the Grand Floridian, which is a lot more expensive than Pop Century. And I only booked the vacation a month or two ago, and I only just paid it off like 2 days ago. So I think after all my planning was done, it was about $800 for my package, which did not include my plane tickets, which were about $250 on top of that. So I've been working at a coffee shop all summer. Luckily, I did have enough money to pay for my entire vacation. For my trip, I'm flying down Sunday, October 20th. Then I'm going to be in the parks the 21st and 22nd and flying back Wednesday, October 23rd because I'm going during my fall vacation of college. So I need to be back in time for classes, which begin, I think, Thursday. If they begin Wednesday, I'm kind of screwed, but it's fine. It's worth it. I'll skip a day of classes to go to Disney World. I'm not going to be in the parks very long, and I decided to skip Park Hopper because while I would love to go to all the Disney parks, I feel like I'd rather spend entire days in parks versus hopping around, which is what my family does every vacation. So yeah, I'm sad that I can't go to all the parks, but I feel like I'd get more out of vacation if I just spent entire days in the park versus spending a morning at Epcot and then going to Animal Kingdom for the afternoon. And I don't know, it's just a personal thing and a time thing. Because really, if I had enough time to go for 4 days in the park and enough money to go 4 days in the park, I probably would, just because I would love to spend a day in each park. But like I said, I've been there 5 times before, so it's not really important for me to have to go to all the parks because I've been to them before. So I chose to go to Magic Kingdom and Epcot because I love Epcot, and I'm going during Food and Wine Festival, so I'm planning to eat my way around the World Showcase. And of course, obviously, I have to go to Magic Kingdom. You really can't go to Disney World without going to Magic Kingdom. Sadly, though, 2 of my favorite rides are at Hollywood Studios, and Star Wars Galaxy Edge, is just opening this weekend. So it'll still be super new when I go, and I won't get to go there, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, hopefully all the crowds are going to be drawn to Hollywood Studios, which makes the other parks less busy. And the other parks all have extra magic hours to kind of steer people away from Hollywood Studios. So, yeah, I'm sad I don't get to go to probably one of my favorite parks. But I also don't really like crowds that much, so skipping Hollywood Studios is probably fine for me. Honestly, I was really hesitant to even plan a solo Disney vacation because every time I go, you see people with other people. You almost never see someone wandering around by themselves. So before I even booked my vacation, I Googled about taking solo Disney World vacations to see how other people have reacted to spending a day in the parks by themselves. I know I've never even gone ahead of my family for a couple hours by myself. I'm always there with my family, so it's going to be a completely different experience. I know my dad spent time in the park by himself, and he said the only thing he found weird was not talking to anybody. But I'm introverted, so not talking to people kind of sounds really nice. A lot of the places that I looked online said people really enjoy going to the parks by themselves, and it turns out to be like their favorite vacation to Disney World. So I'm hoping that's what it's like for me, especially because I'm spending a lot of money to go on this vacation, and it's kind of too late to turn back now. Honestly, I feel like this vacation is going to be really nice because since it's literally just me going, it's going to be really easy to pick up fast passes throughout the day because I'm just picking them up for one person versus 30 people. Nobody goes to Disney World with 30 people. If you do, you're literally insane. My main goal is to ride a lot of rides. I'm probably not going to meet a lot of characters just because, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, I love meeting characters, don't get me wrong, but meeting them by yourself is different versus meeting them with your family or friends. So I probably am going to skip meeting a lot of characters unless they're wandering around and there's literally no one in line. I might just pop in and say hey. But really, I'm there to ride rides, enjoy the Disney magic. I'm really looking forward to it because you don't have to follow anybody else's schedule. I can do whatever I want. I'm also skipping the Halloween party just because I've done it 2 times before. Yeah, I've done it 2 times before. And while I've enjoyed it, mainly you meet characters and yeah, you get to see the parade and the fireworks and whatever other shows they have. But at the same time, I can watch those on YouTube. I don't feel the need to watch them in person. So even though Magic Kingdom's closing early the day I'm there for the party, I'm not going to be staying for the party. And I was a little disappointed because the Tuesday, the day I'm going to Epcot, I originally wanted to go to Magic Kingdom because there's no party going on that night. But for some reason, the Magic Kingdom hours are still listed to close early, even though there's no party. And I had to make a choice so I can make my fast passes. So it's a little disappointing. We tried calling them. They have no idea why the hours are listed like that. But it is what it is. So I decided to go Monday so I could have my Epcot magic hours, extra magic hours. This is the first time I've ever had to plan my fast passes myself. Normally my parents just do everything and I just follow along on the ride. So planning fast pass is actually way harder than I thought it was. I knew for sure that I wanted to get a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train fast pass for my Magic Kingdom day because that's kind of the longest line in Disney World. So it'd be kind of nice to just skip through that. But the day I was able to make my fast passes, I made them at 8 or 9 in the morning, and there were already no Mine Train fast passes, which is super disappointing because that's the one thing that I knew I wanted to do. So I refreshed the page, and I got a fast pass for 5:20 p.m. when the park closes at 6. So luckily there's extra magic hours in the morning, so my plan is to hit up Mine Train right away in the morning during extra magic hours and worry about everything else afterwards, so then I can get rid of that fast pass and make a new one for earlier in the day so I can get more fast passes for the afternoon because I don't want to have a fast pass for 5:20 at night. I can just hop in line at 5:20 at night and still get to ride. So my other Magic Kingdom fast passes are Haunted Mansion and Space Mountain. Haunted Mansion always holds a special place in my heart just because it's my mom's favorite ride. And so we've always ridden it like 20 times when we go to Disney World. And the line's never really that long, but at the same time, I just don't really want to wait in line for it. I don't know why. And Space Mountain, it's kind of nice just having a fast pass for that because it's pretty unpredictable. I've been there when it's like 10 minutes long for a wait, and I've been there when it's like an hour and a half long for a wait. So I decided to just take my chances because I do really enjoy Space Mountain. So I'm taking my chances with a fast pass. Maybe I'll get another fast pass later in the day. Who knows? For Epcot, I've decided to do something that could be a little controversial. I don't have a fast pass for Frozen Ever After. Honestly, unpopular Disney opinion, I don't think Frozen's that great. I used to like it when it first came out. I was in 8th grade when it came out, and I loved it. But then it just never stopped. Every other Disney movie that's come out since then has been overshadowed by Frozen. And I've just gotten sick of it because it's everywhere. When I went to Disney World in 2014, like a year after Frozen came out, it was everything. And by then, I got so sick of Frozen, and now Frozen 2's coming out when there's other Disney movies that should have a sequel before Frozen, but Frozen 2's coming out, and I don't even know if I want to see it, and I love Jonathan Groff, I love Idina Menzel. I just don't know if I want to see it, because that just means the Frozen hype is gonna continue for even longer, and I've just gotten sick of Frozen, because it's just everywhere. So anyway, my fast passes for Epcot, I went with Soarin', Mission Space, and Spaceship Earth. Soarin' always has such a long wait, and I really love it, especially because I've been to some of the countries they show in there, and it makes me feel like I'm back there, and I miss them. So I definitely want to do Soarin' for my fast pass. And Mission Space, I'm kind of hesitant to do that by myself, because I love Mission Space, I do. But you're also in a really tight space with a bunch of strangers, and since I don't know anybody, since I'm by myself, it's going to be a little weird. But I still decided to do it as a fast pass. And Spaceship Earth, when I first started planning the vacation, I thought Spaceship Earth was going to be under construction. That's kind of what I had been told. And so this whole time I was planning on doing Journey into Your Imagination with Figment as my last fast pass because I love that ride. And so I was preparing to not even get to ride Spaceship Earth, which was really disappointing because the last time my family went and the time before that I wanted to ride but we didn't. So I was looking forward to riding it, and then it was going to be under construction, but then I went to make my fast passes and I could get a fast pass for Spaceship Earth, and I was really confused. Because I had been told, no, you're not going to be able to do that. But, so, I immediately dropped Figment, because that never really has that long of a line, really, and decided to go Spaceship Earth. Honestly, one of the things I'm most looking forward to about my trip is the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. My family was there during the Food and Wine Festival the last time we went, which was in 2016, and I loved it. We didn't go around to that many booths, just because, I don't remember why we didn't go to that many booths, but we didn't. And so I've always loved trying different foods from different countries. So when I realized Epcot was going to be holding Food and Wine Festival while I was there, I was super excited. And I was so excited that as soon as the food list came out for this year, I printed it off, like all 12 pages. I went through highlighting each food I wanted to try, and there's like 30 different items that I'm like, yeah, I gotta have this. And it's gonna be so much money and so much food that I doubt I'm gonna eat all 30 items, but it still just makes me excited thinking there's so much food I want to try. And I'm gonna waste so much money there. Most of my spending money that I'm gonna have, I'll have my debit card, but I'm gonna have I only want to spend $300. So most of that spending money is probably just gonna go to the Food and Wine Festival because I love food so much. I'm really looking forward to that, and even though I'm never gonna be able to eat all the food myself, it's still nice to know. In my Epcot day, I'm gonna be there right at open at 9 o'clock in the morning. My plan is to stay in the Future World area and ride all the rides right away in the morning because later in the day it's gonna get more busy. And so that's all my fast passes are for before like 12:30, which is nice. And so I'm gonna do that, and then at like 1 o'clock ish start heading around the World Showcase, and I'll have from then until 9. Yeah, so I'll have like 8 hours to eat around the World Showcase. And from 9 to 11 is extra magic hours, so I might try to hit up Frozen Ever After then, just because I don't want to wait in line during the actual park hours, because that's going to be way too much, and I don't like Frozen enough to do that. So I'm going to maybe hit that up during extra magic hours. Unfortunately, the food booths aren't going to be open by then, but I might still do Test Track or Soarin' again during extra magic hours, because it's 2 whole hours of wandering around Epcot, and I love Epcot. I love traveling, so since I don't have enough money to actually travel places, Epcot's nice just to see all the different countries, and I love Epcot so much. Anyways, so that's all I really had to say. Flying by myself is going to be a little scary. Even though I don't have a problem with flying, navigating the airport is really what terrifies me because I'm gonna get lost so easily. But once I'm on the plane, I'll be fine. And finding Magical Express hopefully won't be that bad. If my grandparents can do it, I can do it. Yeah, so when I get down there that Sunday, I'm planning on going to downtown Disney just because my flight's gonna get in at like 2 o'clock, and there's really no point to head to a park that day. So I'm just going to spend the day at downtown Disney, do some shopping. I might try, there's like the Bubble Waffle stand, I might do that. Or Ghirardelli, of course I have to go to Ghirardelli. It's so delicious. And I'll probably go to Starbucks just because I'll be exhausted by then, and I'll still have my whole trip ahead of me. So anyways, that's all I really had to say. I don't think there's much else to planning a Disney vacation. Once you have the reservation and you start making payments, it's really not that bad. And I tried to get really cool Magic Band. There's like this Disney Castle one that I thought was so cute, but every time I looked, it was sold out. So I decided to just go with gray. I thought about Disney bounding this vacation, but that might just be a little much, especially since I'm there by myself. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'd love to answer them, even though honestly, I'll try my best, you know? That's all that matters. If you have any tips and you've done your own solo Disney vacation, let me know because I'd love to have tips. I've never been to Disney World by myself before, or anywhere by myself before, aside from like Target and shopping and stuff. I went to the Mall of America by myself, and that was the most I've done. But I'm excited to go back to Disney World by myself just because I love it so much. I try to say I'm not obsessed with Disney, but I think I might be. Most people wouldn't go to Disney by themselves if they're not obsessed. So I think I've embraced it right now. But anyways, if you have any tips, leave them below. I'd love to know them. And yeah. But anyways, that's the end of the video. So like, subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment. I'll be sure to read them all. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.